He just put the Gator hat down.
I can't really see.
That was the Auburn hat. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. I think the Gator hat was the first hat he grabbed.
Somebody needs to use that zoom on their iPhone.
Okay. All right. That was... Had me in shambles there for a minute. Oh, they got the video queued up, baby.
Boy.
Put me in a blender, bro.
I wasn't sure what was happening.
That had me nervous there for a minute. Suck it, Tulane. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Tulane. Look at that, boys. I love it.
Got a good one.
Big time pickup there in Tae'shaun Gelsey. Again, the 6'4" tight end / wide receiver out of Riverside High School. Love this pickup for the Florida Gators. We were just going over the calculator later. Let's go back to that. What that's going to do now, where that brings the Florida Gators. I'm going to eliminate our mess that we had. Look, just so we're clear though, we were going through this, right? Doing our wish list with the Tae'shaun Gelsey commit. Put a few guys in there. Let me get rid of DJ Pickett. We had the Vernell Brown, Stubbs, Hayward, Hanks, Montgomery, Christian Gass, Tramel Jones, Jarquez Carter. Guys that Florida feels confident at the moment right now. Putting us at 244 with 16 commits. I think it's a top 20 class, right? But let's see where we sit now, right? With the addition on 247 with Mr. There's Tae'Shaun there, which will be our highest rated tight end. Now, 247, again, has him rated as a wide receiver, but as we showed earlier, on 3 has him rated as a tight end. We've been hearing, again, I saw him as a tight end this entire time, ranked 46 tight end in the country, according to on 3. So with this pickup at 8 commits, we're at 132. So 132 sets the Florida Gators right at total right now with a total of 8 commits. Still a little bit down the list here. We bump up above Kansas State and sitting behind Ole Miss, who is losing every commit they've ever gotten over the past few days. So still low, not where we like to be in that Lane Kiffin category, but like we just kind of went over when we were putting together our wish list, Florida leans. Florida has a really a great possibility of closing strong, even stronger than last year. Again, still very early. I know Florida fans like to be in a better position than where we are currently, but this is a great pickup here. Again, the Tae'Shaun Gelsey pickup from Riverside High School in Jacksonville, Florida, the 6'4" guy. Love this addition. And it will be interesting to see if he does take more of a tight end approach. Again, he was recruited by Russ Callaway, so I really believe he is going to be that tight end push. And I'm sure this senior year he'll work into that. Cody?
Yeah, I think like I said earlier, either he's going to be a big giant wide receiver, or if Russ Callaway is going to use him in the tight end position in the tight end room. I'm kind of excited. The tight end position for Florida, production wise, it's flashed at spots, but it's not been really steady. I don't think that's necessarily the kids' fault. I think schematically, we just don't use a lot of tight end passes. I think with Russ Callaway getting that new position of co-offensive coordinator coming from the air raid, I think we're going to start seeing some more tight end work, actually tight ends getting passes.
And I love seeing these big targets, I call them pacifiers for DJ Lagway, right? Now you've got 3 monster guys coming in next year, one being Micah Jones, one being Gelsey, and the other being the wide receiver Joshua Moore at 6'4". So Micah Jones is 6'5", Tae'Shaun 6'4", and Joshua Moore is 6'4". A lot of height and a lot of size. Imagine Micah Jones 6'4", Tae'Shaun on the other end 6'4", and then you've got Moore on one end 6'4", and you've got Mizell and Eugene in the middle. The wide receiver core is really starting to come together. We got a $5 super chat from Keenan Johnson, says, yes, sir. Rocket emojis, go Gators. Absolutely. And great point here from Corey Ryan. Says, this is the offense equivalent to Gregory Smith last year. Greg Smith, I was super high on. Very lowly rated. and skyrocketed at the end into that 4-star safety, what he became. A lot to do given the fact of the position he was playing out of his position for a lot of his first half of his career. So when you're playing wide receiver tight end, I'm sure that has a little bit of an impact of what he's doing. And he plays defense too, as you can see. So Riverside High School probably utilizing him as much as they possibly can, being the most talented guy on the football field.
Yeah, for sure. Also to kind of just expand on with what Russ Callaway is bringing in, it seems like he's getting some pretty athletic pass catchers. From what I've seen, every single tight end that he's picked up can catch the ball. Just not one of those prototypical know extra lineman type that can't catch the ball.
Absolutely. Look, chat's saying it. We've been saying it. A lot of work left in the trenches. I need Rob Sale and DeCoster to get to work alongside Gerald Chapman. There's a few guys, but those things need to come together for me to feel confident about this class. I think they're doing a great job on of the wide receivers, tight ends, safeties. Are a lot of good leans for safeties and cornerbacks. Linebacker and Christian Gass, Ty Jackson, another big time target for Florida. That was another guy I didn't put on the board that we could where Florida leads the way. Again, the names that Florida is leading in currently, I like where Florida's at. You got to close. You got to get to the end of the year. I understand that. You got to make it to December. But you can't also, the flip side, you can't panic and say this class is in a complete dumpster file. I like where it's headed. We've had 2 commits this year, one being the wide receiver. When it happened, I wasn't too concerned because it felt like the rush of wide receivers that would be coming, and we're seeing it now. We're going to make up for that. No problem. The biggest loss, in my opinion, was Peyton Joseph. I think he's a fantastic offensive lineman. Not quite sure what went down there, but he looks like he's going to Florida State. So that's hurting. Whatever happened to Caleb Cunningham? He came out as top 6. Florida sits in it. But right now, I think Bama leads the way, and they received a crystal ball as of late. And Bama seems to be getting anybody who they want at the moment. But we're in his top 6.
If you had to go and get one, who do you think we should really be eyeing for a flip from a different school?
I know there's a lot of, the Tramel Jones noise, the Solomon Thomas noise. Those are the 2 biggest names that we're hearing at the moment for flips. But again, I'm sure Florida State's going to do everything in power they can to make that happen. So I don't think it's a lock, but those are the flip targets. Again, because a lot of our targets that we're going after aren't committed yet. And I think the other quarterback he's committed to TCU, which also would be a flipped watch as well. So we'll see, boys and girls. I appreciate you guys tuning in a little bit longer than we anticipated, but you guys were humping and hollering here, so I appreciate you as always tuning in. But even Swarter says I think Jessley's ranking will go up. Just not sure how far. Yeah, I don't think it'll go through the roof, but I definitely think it'll tickle up into the 89, 90 marks and maybe a lower end 4-star. But we'll see. But smash the like button, boys. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace and love, baby.
We'll see you later.